Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing? First of all, I need to check on the folks up in the nosebleeds. You should have bought your tickets earlier. You knew that the Bears were going to go to the advance, so you should have got here early. Just you got here right before the game started. That's your fault. You're gonna have to stand outside in the cold drinking your beer. But that's something Bears fans are used to. Those of you in the front, thank you for buying your tickets nice and early. They got the American Express. How's everybody doing out there this evening? We appreciate you joining us this evening. We missed you, can we tell? Can you tell? Thank you for joining us for another edition of Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable. Our buddy, the captain who normally drives the ship, Mr. Nick, I want to smoke. Rosario could not be with us this evening. Nick, we miss you, brother. Belated happy birthday to our brother Nick. But I am here. As Nick says, I am never alone. And that even is when the ladies aren't here because the voices in my head keep me company. And I'm just going to start on that. Nope, you're right there. There you go. Hi, say hi. It's y'all. Seriously, my computer's in front of me. Never mind. Miss Tina Winter, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I can never figure it out either. Like, is it this way? Is it that way? Whatever. Yeah, I'm doing good. Can't wait for some football this weekend.
Oh yeah, is your team playing?
Yes, they are. So, of
Tell tell
course.
tell tell me how that feels. I'd love to know. It's been so long. Anyway. Yes, the Broncos are playing this weekend. We will talk about that. And down here, we got
Hey.
Miss Delilah Crespo. Delilah, how are you doing, dear?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this, but my team learned from the Super Bowl and came back from 3 points to win.
Wait a minute. Your team was losing and they came back?
As they've done all season.
Tell me what that
it
feels
was
like.
it was
It's
the
down.
three. It was the three. We had 3 points, and people were like, "You're done."
You mean your coach managed to find a way to motivate your team when they were behind to manage to figure out a way to come back and actually win a game?
Yes.
I am so jealous.
Or was it the second time that Matt LaFleur has had a team 21 points up and manages to screw it up?
Hey,
Look,
he'd be a great candidate to coach in
whatever,
Atlanta.
whatever.
He
Ben,
was the OC
whatever.
in Atlanta when you lost 28-3.
Like I said,
You didn't have to
I'm
call out the score.
president.
Ouch.
Like I said, well, that's what we were down, but people were like, "You're done."
That's what I
uh,
said. It's LaFleur again, losing a 21 plus lead in a major game and
but I
shit
do
in the bed.
appreciate Ben Johnson though. I like his whole vibe.
Johnson was like, I ain't touching you. I'm doing bare minimum and I'm gonna go party with my
No, you
boys.
you got cooties. I'm not touching you. It's not
Yeah.
it's not working. Nope, it's not
Like
happening.
you can literally see LaFleur like
Can we please give a shout out, and ladies, if you remember her name off the top of your heads, can we please give a shout out to? We're talking about a whole bunch of games today, folks. We're talking about NFL
Yeah.
playoff football. But if you know her name, please call her out. The reporter who spoke those words, those beautiful, beautiful words of affirmation to, uh, was it the Panthers coach? Who was it? The Panthers coach.
What?
After there was a game this weekend. Team lost. Yeah, the Panthers coach after the Rams Panthers game, and she
Uh,
said you should be proud of yourself for the job that you've done this year.
I
Congratulations on an
agree.
incredible season. And can we please speak some life into that because that's the
I
kind of
agree,
stuff.
1,000%. I agree, 1,000%. I was rooting for the Panthers. I was like, come on.
And I'm just gonna say, if you're out here watching the show, which I doubt any of the people that made the negative comments and had anything to say negative, if you're out here watching the show right now and you're one of the people that went, "That's just weird. I don't know why people do stuff like that." How about you go have a nice cup of shit that you know what up? I'm gonna leave the cursing to Tina. But you have a nice cup of shut up, please, because we don't. This is the kind of stuff we don't see. in sports. We see everybody that wants to know the guy's all in his emotions. He's been coaching the guys all year. He's got to go console his team. And you're going to ask him for 10 minutes, where do you think you went wrong? What could you do different? He's like, hell, if I know, we just lost. I haven't had a chance to look at the film yet. This lady took the time to let him know, listen, okay, you didn't accomplish your goal, but you got here. And that's something that a whole bunch of other teams did not do. And we, the people, thank you. Was it the Panthers or the Jaguars?
I don't know. No, the Jaguars won, so it had to be the Panthers.
Well, there you go. See, that goes.
They lost.
There they did.
They lost to the Bills.
But
yeah, they did.
Like
Thank you, Ben Cornett. Ben Cornett with the assist. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But she spoke she spoke life into that reporter at a time when most people are just trying to go, tell us what you did wrong. Tell us what you did wrong.
Yeah, no, but Jags won though.
So yeah, that was a beautiful sentiment. I just wanted to touch on that because
I was rooting for the Panthers though, because Dave Canales, man, he was a great hire for them. Let me tell you, like completely like. People used to make fun of Bryce Young, right? They're like, "Oh, he's short, blah blah blah." Like, he had a good season. I'm excited to see
that's
what he
the
does
thing.
next
If you're
year.
only looking at what the score was for that, what their record was on that team, then you're really not paying attention to what that team did.
They really turned it around.
they the second half of their season, they completely turned it around.
1,000%.
And so, I mean, there's lots of other teams that have come in at 9-8.
Yeah.
And they made a run through the wild cards. I mean, yeah, I think what Carolina did was, I didn't think they'd have quite enough juice. I didn't think they could beat the Rams a second time, is the way I will put it, because they're young. They're going to, they're playing with house money next year.
Yeah,
because they did well enough this year.
They really did, and honestly, they gave them a run for their money though. So it wasn't, it wasn't like a gimme. Like that was a hard-earned win. So kudos to the Panthers, because that was not an easy win. Like they had to fight for that, and exciting.
Yeah, 100%. And since we've already dove into it, ladies and gentlemen, you know how this thing goes. Beginning of every game starts with a what? A coin toss. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, listen, we've already got. I'm struggling with my
words today.
I'm struggling with conjugation today. Dived. Listen, we've already jumped in. Feet first, all the way into it. You know what happened this weekend, wild card weekend, an absolutely amazing, one of the best weekends of NFL football I've seen in a very long time. I think of all the games that took place this weekend, looks like only one was really a runaway. Yeah. Looks like only one.
And I was so happy with that one.
Yeah, and the only one of them was a runaway. But what we wanted to get into before we even start getting into the games, it's been a crazy year for the NFL, and we have seen, as we see every year, we see coaching changes, but we saw some this year that we were not quite expecting, and that's what I want to get into now. Ladies, I want to ask you, Delilah, I want to start with you first. We're not going to jump on the one today right off the bat, but what outside of that one today, what was probably the most the coaching change, whether it be, well, never mind, there's no way to describe that because there's only one person that did what they did, and that was today. Of the coaching changes that took place before today, which one was the one that just shocked you the most?
I think the one that I was like, they had to pick someone to go was the Titans head coach way in the beginning. Like, right? Wasn't it the OC that's the, am I? Yeah. I feel like, yeah. So I felt like he was the scapegoat for that one. Everybody else that got fired, I was expecting. I was not surprised by the other firings. It was like, yeah, of course. But him, I felt like you didn't give him a team, man. Like that, I remember asking like, who's on the Titans, and we can name like maybe one or two players, and that's bad, okay? Like it's like,
Yeah.
and so they didn't give him anything to work with, and someone had to go, and he was the fall guy, and so that was probably like the only coach. Not so much shocked, but someone had to take that bullet, right? And he was the one. So, but everybody else that got fired after, I feel like none of us were shocked. I just felt from the Titans' perspective, like he was just a scapegoat or someone that like had to like dive on the sword, right? Because what else are you gonna do? Someone has to be blamed, even though that whole
Dive or get pushed.
Whatever, man. I'm just saying. Someone had to go. And so he was that. And so that's the one that I thought was like not really fair, because if you looked at his team, it was like, what is this?
It's almost like the replacements. They just went out on the streets of Nashville and grabbed some guys and said, like, "Hey, you guys come with us."
Yeah. But everybody, but all the other coaches after that, I feel like we all kind of expected those.
Yeah, you think so? Well, Tina, what do you think? Which one outside of that one, we can take that one off the board? Which one was the one for you that made you go, huh?
It's not a head coach. It's the OC for the LA Chargers. As much as they were hit or miss this year, that one just to me just seems really weird. Like it's almost as if he took the hit so that the head coach didn't have to take the hit. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. Greg Roman, I mean, he's pretty well known in the NFL, and he's a decent OC and everything. If I had to pick a head coach, it would be Harbaugh. Because, I mean, I understand a lot of people were saying it was coming, but still, like, he's been there so long. I mean, that one to me was more of a, or let me put it this, I wasn't surprised that he was fired, but I also wasn't surprised that he was. How's that?
that one kind of got me. I mean, we've seen
right day.
Right. But you have a coach that's won a Super Bowl. Granted, it was in the heyday of the franchise, but you got a Super Bowl winning coach that perennially has your team in contention in the playoffs. This year was just a strange year where there was so much going on with I mean, Lamar was out, and then Derek was hurt or gimpy, and this guy's out. So once they got the band back together, they started putting the pieces back together, and unfortunately, it came down to a win or get in type scenario.
Yeah,
and they didn't. But I would have thought
they didn't.
I would have thought that
that was a bad last play. I'm sorry. That was.
I'm just saying. I thought for me, as an owner. Now, granted, this was a rivalry game, and I know rivalry games sometimes can, can make or break your career or make or break your tenure with a team. No matter how good you've done, you could have gone 15-0, and it was the 16th game of the season, and you lose to your rival, and they fire you before the playoffs. Not that I've ever seen that happen, but it wouldn't shock me. But that one was the one that shocked me the most, is Harbaugh. Yeah, I thought for sure they were. I thought they were going to lick their wounds and come back next season, try and get everybody healthy and make some good draft picks and some trades and come back.
I don't think it has anything to. I feel like we've seen this. Like if Danny Dimes had gone down, with the Colts, I feel like sometimes greener pastures. You know how it's just that you're not gelling anymore. I really didn't see him and the players connecting and jiving like we've seen them in the past. Like if you looked at them as a team, you could tell. Like there wasn't. I don't feel like that trust was there anymore.
No cohesion.
And so when you lose a locker room, and that's what everybody has told me, every expert has told me that, right? Like if you lose the locker room as a leader, as a coach, you can't move forward anymore, right? Because you've lost the trust of the guys. And so I feel like that's kind of what happened more in that situation. Like, I don't think he could have taken them farther anymore. Like, I feel like they made it as far as they could.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just kind of time for like a change. It's kind of like, you know, when you're like in a long-term relationship and you're happy, but like you're not like, and you know what I mean? It just feels like that. We're like, maybe we should just be friends because we're not really like romantically
Or
in love
not be
anymore.
friends at all. Go
Yeah.
somewhere and leave me alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and I feel like this happens with teams because I think people forget that at the end of the day, they're all humans and you do need that connection, right? And I don't feel like he had that anymore. And so maybe it's just better that they kind of like start fresh with a new outlook, right? New plays. You know what I mean? There's a new whole vibe. So I wasn't surprised by that because you can only ride on the coattails of a Super Bowl win for so long. It's like you can only do that for so long. And if you don't go back there, we've seen that he's not the only one. We've seen this in every other team that has ever, like, except for a few, right? There's some outliers, but in general, if you can't ride on one, you know, Super Bowl for most organizations.
I give you that. I have to jump in for a second and address somebody in the comments. Mr. Ben Cornett. Wait a minute.
We've been joking about this.
Mr. Ben Cornett.
We've been joking about this.
You can kiss my entire behind, okay? Because everybody in Mercedes-Benz Stadium knew that Raheem Morris was going to be fired at week 7, okay? And then I have been screaming, well, not screaming, but I've been writing it on paper signs and in all caps in the comment section all season long. There was no surprise. That's just like if Michael Jackson was still alive and came on and said, you know what, guys, I really don't have vitiligo. I just had surgery to make my skin lighter because it made me feel better about myself. Every black person in America would be like, Mike, we knew that. We knew that. Anyway, I'm just rest in peace, Mike. I thank you for don't give me the hee special kick. Just give me the smooth criminal. Don't do the smooth criminal lean and thunk me upside the head while I'm sleeping, please.
He's gonna haunt you now. He's gonna grab you by your feet. But like,
you better not touch my feet. Don't mess with my feet, Mike. Don't do that.
Ben. You know, we were joking about what you just said. We just said, what if there's like a head coaching swap? So like, okay, so we talk football all the time. Tina, Anthony, and I, we joke on Messenger, private, everything. And so we're like, wouldn't it be funny if, you know, Mike Tomlin goes and becomes a Ravens head coach and Harbaugh becomes a Steelers head coach and there's like a head coach swap?
Oh God, what did they do?
The similarities between those two teams is just mind-boggling. Like, coach who's been there for years,
right? Yes, they've
like perennial win their division kind of thing. If it's not the Ravens winning, it's the Steelers winning,
right? Exactly.
But they can't. They get to the postseason and they just can't pull the trigger correctly.
Exactly.
Like they can't get the choo-choo down the train. Can't get on the right track.
Yeah, but, so we were thinking about that too. But like both of them, like what if there's like a coaching swap?
Like wife swap. And hey Ben, I couldn't stand, and Delilah and Tina will attest to this, as will Sean and Nick. I couldn't stand Arthur Smith when he showed up. I was like, who the hell gave him a job? He don't even look like he can dress himself.
Listen, there's a lot of coaches without jobs, so we'll see who Atlanta hires, all right? There's a lot of folks looking for work.
Some people should remain jobless. Like Pete Farrell.
It'd be funny if they hired Tyrone Biggums or somebody like that and they wound up going to the Super Bowl.
Brian Callahan. Oh my God, my brain died because I couldn't think of his name back like that.
And Brian DeBull.
Oh, the best Brian. It was back-to-back Brian.
Yep, I got them on here too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for those names we did not mention, we've got Brian Callahan with the Titans, Brian DeBull with the Giants, Pete Carroll, who really just needs to take his AARP card and
needs to go back to his nursing home.
Yeah, Kevin Stefanski, small surprise there.
Not really.
No surprise at all. Mike McDaniel, There's been some speculation that Mike McDaniel really didn't have as much control of the team and the decisions that were made as far as his staff, like his coordinators and things like that. I think those decisions were made from the top.
I can believe that because
I can believe that because they'd want some people with more experience.
Yeah.
They've been known for that.
And then, of course, after all of that, the icing on the cake today, I did not want to believe it when I heard it. And my entire inbox, my phone got hot. I was getting so many messages in my inbox that that a certain coach of a certain team, the longest tenured coach, actually the longest tenured coach in the NFL, tied for the longest tenured coach with his franchise, had been fired. And I didn't want to believe it until it started to break on all the major networks. Mike Tomlin, ladies and gentlemen, longtime coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, resigned today.
We can't call that fired because they let him step down.
Well, can you really call it? Can you really call it? Can you really call it fired if they brought him in the office and they said, "Look, Mike, you got two choices. You're gonna leave either way. You're either gonna leave voluntarily."
On paper,
he resigned.
Listen, lawyer. On paper, that matters. that word. I'm just saying.
We can make this pretty, and we all look good in PR and everything, or we can have the hatchet shop.
Yeah.
It's like that movie. It's like that movie. I'm gonna get you sucker. You can take the window, or you can take the stairs.
Listen, it's good for jobs, right? We know that. It just looks better on paper.
Yeah.
Resigned versus fire. It's a big darn difference. Okay. A big difference.
Yeah, but there's a little in the NFL, it's a little bit of a different animal because remember Harbaugh got fired and immediately like seven teams was like, hey, like his DMs blew up like, yo, what you doing?
Mike Tomlin will not be out of work. There's no way. Like he will not be out of a job. As a matter of fact, if he's not secretly interviewing, which I know there's like rules about that. But
he can interview now.
Yeah, but before whatever was happening before, but
yeah,
there is no way he's not talking to people, right? Or people have been calling him since he resigned. There, as soon as 6 hours, 10 hours, whatever it was, as soon as that hit, I know that his phone was lit up.
Oh, for real. It's just like being a hot girl on social media whose status changes to single.
Yeah. Because
for real.
Regardless of, the fact is he'll always carry that for the 19th season. However people feel about that, he will always carry that record with him that he's never had a losing season. 19 seasons.
Never had a losing season in 19 seasons. Tied for the longest tenured coach of the franchise, along with Chuck Noll. Right. And at the time he resigned, was the longest tenured coach of all 4 U.S. professional sports leagues.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, that's what I mean. Like, what do you do with that?
See, that's where I get my nickname. That's why Tina gave me that nickname, because I know stuff.
Yeah,
you forgot one.
Man. I didn't even think about Zach Taylor.
What did I forget?
Right? For AFC North.
Oh, the first African American coach of the head coach of the franchise.
You forgot one of the coaches that got fired.
Which one?
Gannon, Cardinals.
Who?
Oh, that's right. He did.
I'm sorry. Say again.
How much they really matter.
Poor Arizona Cardinals.
I didn't even know they had a head coach. I thought they fired their head coach when they were fussing at Gary Coleman for playing Call of Duty when he was supposed to be studying the playbooks.
They did just fire Gannon.
Sorry, Coach Gannon. My bad. Oh, I'm sorry, former Coach Gannon. My bad. I didn't know you was. I didn't even know he was a coach. I didn't even know he was a coach. That shows you how much interest I took in the Arizona Cardinals this season. So I had no idea who their coach was.
I didn't even think about that.
I forgot one. I'm sorry. Well, I will self-revoke I will self-revoke my title of Dinklage until next week.
The fact that we forgot says a lot. We're like, that's right.
Because nobody, like the NFC West has been the big three, and Arizona's just way down here in the basement.
Ben. His comments are good.
Oh,
Thank
dear
you,
God.
Ben.
Stop
Glad
it,
you
Ben.
enjoyed it.
Stop it, Ben. And in other news, since Ben brought this up, a man who will never have to buy steak or drink in Atlanta again, now that enough time has passed. Well, depending on what side of town he's hanging out in, will never have to buy a steak or drink. Matt Ryan appointed he appointed the president of football operations for the Atlanta Falcons. I think it's a great ad. I don't know what he was the statistically speaking, the best quarterback that the Falcons as a franchise have had. Not necessarily the most exciting. We know who that one is, but people are kind of reluctant to speak his name because of some extracurricular activity off the field in one Mr. Mike Vick. Oops, I said his name out loud. But I think he'll be a great ad as long as he knows what the hell he's doing. And I guess we'll find out.
It's the same title that John Elway had when he was at the Broncos. He's just ahead of the football part of it, not ahead of the whole team.
So. Yeah, but still, I mean, So I guess we'll see. It must be a bigger check than what he was getting for what network was he with? That shows you how much attention I paid to him after he retired from pro football. I did not know he was
CBS, but Fox is sticking for some reason.
I did not know he was a TV talking head on Sunday until like 3 weeks ago. That shows you how little I pay attention to the stuff going on between the commercial breaks.
Yes, so. CBS. I thought I remembered hearing him during some AFC games. So at halftime.
Yeah, well, hell, I'm even less observant in that regard. I didn't realize until maybe about 10, 12 years ago that all the NFC games were on Fox and all the AFC games were on CBS. And
unless you're in Chicago.
Yeah. Or unless you live in Oklahoma, in which case it doesn't matter who's playing. If Baker Mayfield is playing on Sunday, he's on whatever station they choose to put him on. If Baker's out there somewhere, hell with it. Just put him on TV. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, the Bears just have their hometown team is the CBS team. That's their hometown channel.
Okay.
So there's a blackout issue if the Bears are playing late that day. So, yeah, as someone who is an AFC fan, when I'm looking for my afternoon game, I can't get it. But that's what happens when you play in a town like Chicago that's got its own team. You're gonna have blackout issues. So.
Yeah, well, it's just like being grown up in Georgia. You knew you were going to be able to get the Falcons game, regardless of where they were playing or what time slot they were playing. That game was going to be on. I don't know why Ted Turner didn't step up with TBS and get some kind of something with the NFL to get those games, but that's him being a big Atlanta guy. But I digress. So that's what is going on with coaching changes and whatnot in the league. We are a goodly amount of way into this show, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to step away for just a quick second, get our thoughts together, and I'm going to drill Rich Gannon in there so that I can regain my title of Dinklage back when we come back for our next episode. We're going to take a quick... We are going to take a quick break. I have to say it like the computer from War Games because my mouth decided to stop working. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey everyone, it's Tina, and welcome to the Mile High Minute.
Well, man, I'm the field. Oh, I thought it was the ugly. The bad.
You're the bad.
Oh, okay. Kicking game.
Ugly.
I'm talking about the ugly. And you know what's ugly? I'll tell you what's ugly. It's the calls for Vance Joseph being fired. John Payne put together a solid game plan. 2 weeks in a row. This is a big. But overall, I can't complain too much. We just need to see some Bills. This defense performed at an exceptional level against Oregon.
This was our third win in a row. Very happy. I'm just concerned about the
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back. We're back. We're back. Thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Lord, I got Mile High Minute stuck in my head now. The Roundtable, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony here, Tina there. Delilah is off camera. She'll be back with us in just a bit.
She has the right jersey on.
Oh my goodness, look who joined the show. We have a Chewy alert. Hi.
He's like this.
Believe it or not, Chewy was the one that invented the Juby slide, that little dance they do when they look like they're walking on air. He learned that.
He's so
and we get to see backside photos.
Nobody needs to see your butt, dude.
Are you gonna twerk for us, Chewy? No.
No. What did you do? What did you knock over? Oh, you knocked over my microphone.
What, he knocked the microphone over?
Uh-huh.
Lord have mercy. So that's nice. Where you get that at? You said you got to DM me the deets so I can see it.
Amazon.
Okay. That's why I got mine.
The information. Yes.
I would absolutely love that. Thank you so much. Hi, there he is again. Chewy says there's a flag on the play.
You gonna dance? Can you dance? You can't dance like the cat in the video. Right now, he just wants this jersey off.
Flag on the play. Illegal forward motion on the defense. That is a 15-yard penalty. No contact foul. Please reset the time clock to 45 seconds. First down. I wonder if that's going to come through on the playback. I put the thing on it, the little echo on it.
It did.
It did. I couldn't hear it I can't hear it on my end because my headphones are plugged into the computer and not the board.
Yeah, itself. I could hear it.
Yay! I have toys.
There are toys involved. I mean, there's all kinds of toys. To do this show, we got to have toys. You took it in the direction.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You waggled your eyebrows at me. I know what that means. Don't do that.
I did not waggle.
She's like, I did no such thing, sir.
I need an instant replay.
Oh,
can we send it, Sean? Send it to Washington for Sean.
The previous play is under review. Oh, my dear sweet baby Jesus. I think we have gone off the rails. No, wait, that's another show that's in the Let's Talk Football network of shows. All right. So, yeah.
It's during that episode. I don't know.
Let's see. We'll just do that for right now. She'll come on back in a second. Oh, gosh. A great slate of games. There were some that were not so great. You know what? Let's just go ahead and start with that one because that one gives me so much joy.
She's back.
Is she?
Yeah, she says she's back.
Oh, she did? There she is. Ta-da! We missed you.
Sorry. Educator bladder. We could hold it for hours and then it's like, I gotta go.
And I wonder why we have issues later in life.
Referee timeout on the field. Please reset the play clock once again. There we go. All right. So we were going to talk about this one right here. We're going to jump on this one first, just because I think universally on this show, there is I won't use the word dislike. Oops, I said it anyway. For a certain player, a certain player on the team who a certain player on the team that didn't win, who likes to talk a lot of trash and go live in tiki huts in the off season and things
tiki
like
huts, teepees.
Sure, whatever you want to call it, as long as there's ayahuasca involved, he's there. As long as there's ayahuasca and a non-existent spouse that nobody has ever met.
Or that he's able to take those substances and not face repercussions. Just saying.
Well, he's like Smokey. He's like Smokey for Friday. This all natural. It comes from the earth.
Just saying.
It's me. Anyway,
Anyway.
I was like, he's comparing him to Smokey and the Bandit.
Smokey from Friday. Smokey from
Different
Friday.
kind of
Man.
upbringing. I'm sorry.
Well, whatever way you want to look at it, the Texans went to Pittsburgh and they sent Aaron. They had you know what? I knew Aaron Rodgers like to use.
Aaron's
Hey,
receivers.
He used an awful lot of sentence enhancers during his. For those of you for the uninformed, sentence enhancers are cuss words. He used a lot of sentence enhancers during the game, and the camera crew seemed to really enjoy focusing on him after a bad play and catching him dropping like 6 of them all at one time. I think after one play, I think he got sacked. No, it was the intentional grounding play. It was around I forget second or third quarter, and he rattled off like 6 of them.
That goal.
Think about that. Think about the fact that even the personnel cannot stand him. That they want to make sure he was mic'd up for all of that.
Yeah, see, we don't like him either. They just the president made us sign him to the team because he still plays football.
Yeah.
You want to talk about nostalgia? Yeah, you need a discount double check, sir. The only time
Mahomes took his job.
Jesus, yeah. Oh man, wow. Wait a minute, self-fulfilling prophecy. Remember that commercial with Meghan Trainor? And it's like you want a physical trainer, but then you get this trainer, and she was like, "How do you put this thing on?" It's my knee that's hurt.
Oh shit!
I just caught that.
I wouldn't say that. I would just say that it was Aaron, and that Kermit took his spotlight.
Hey, it is what it is. But Aaron Rodgers was sacked 4 times and threw an interception. Threw for a measly, by his standards, by his Hall of Fame Super Bowl winning quarterback standards, 100 and former MVP threw for 146 yards. And apparently,
actually for him, you're right.
That's standard.
That is bad. That's not his standard for him. So I could see that.
Yeah. Actually, he played so well that they told Mason Rudolph to go. Do you know how bad you got to be playing for the coach to say, let the kid run out there and run a couple of plays for a minute. Just take a breather. Did he ever get that dent out of his helmet out of his head from when dude tried to take his head off with the helmet in Cleveland? Who's that? Vontez Burfict or whoever it was?
I feel like it has more to do with the fact that like he's almost 40, so they're like, let me give him a break.
42.
Hey.
I think he's 40.
Hey. Y'all be careful talking about men over the age of 40, okay?
Sports.
I could still play sports.
Okay. Major league sports.
Pickleball counts.
Where you have 12 men trying to drive your head into a rock solid field in January.
We call that. We do that every year. We call that the Turkey Bowl every Thanksgiving. Although I have not done Turkey Bowl in quite some time. So
like that episode of Friends.
Somehow I think Candy's going to need a hospital, not Ashwagandha, in order to recover from the Turkey Bowl.
I don't know. Well, you know what? Never had to make a hospital visit for playing a Turkey Bowl. I did have to knock wood on that one though, because you know,
it could happen.
Yeah, it could happen.
Knock on wood too for you.
Oh, I did.
No, I mean I'm doing it too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Tina, you got a knock too. Knock, knock. Who's there? Not you playing football. Broken ankle. Oh man. So yep. Texans move on. Who did the Texans face?
He is 42. I looked it up just to make sure.
You know what?
Aren't the Texans?
I gotta say, good for the Texans. Good for CJ Stroud because he got a lot of crap last season. Do you remember that? Because they had a good run right when he was a rookie. They had a slump and everybody just crapped on him, which I thought was crazy. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean?
He
I'm
still
like,
made a playoff run.
yeah,
So,
I'm like, give the
yeah.
kid a chance, right? Exactly. And then they also, again, another team, right? Start off a little shaky, and then just phenomenal.
They're getting it right. Though I do see losing Nico Collins could be a problem for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I feel like as a team though, they really did gel, like you're right, just when they needed it, and they just started winning, and
Yeah.
man, good for them.
Yep. Do you know who the oldest quarterback ever was?
The what?
What's that?
You want to know who the oldest quarterback ever was?
Wasn't it George Blanda?
NFL. Who was the oldest quarterback in the NFL at the time they retired?
George Blanda,
Not Tom
no?
Brady, right?
He's got it right. He does know things. Dinklage came to the party. For active, it's Aaron Rodgers at 41.
George Blanda played for like 80.
He was 48 when he retired, according to Google.
Oh, okay. Listen, Aaron, give it up. You lost. You're never gonna catch up to Tom Brady.
I had a big
it's
green
over,
book. It was
sir.
about that thick of sports trivia.
Yeah, let it go. All right. Never gonna happen.
He just knew who did exist. He wasn't the invisible. Oh God, we're turning this into a bash Aaron Rodgers show.
No, but it's he.
You have a Chicago fan on, and you didn't think this was going to happen?
You know what? I've been very kind.
Yes, you have, but now you get it.
I've been very kind, but because I actually always give that team its due, even though they've been salty. I've been paying attention to you, Packer fans. Anyway, but I always gave him his props as a player, but it was a bad game for him. So yes, for Aaron Rodgers throwing 140 something yards, yeah, that's not. We know that. We know he could throw for 300 yards. We know he could throw 3 or 4 touchdowns. So yes, for him, that is a bad game, and it cost them the game because they only had 6 points the whole game.
That also shows you how good the Texans defense is.
And kudos to Texans because they really showed out. Young talent. Mm-hmm. It's a young team. They have a nice balance between young guys and veterans. It's just good. And they got a good coach. They got a good staff. They got rid of that albatross that was around their neck at the time, who's now at the Cleveland as an albatross. But like, again, as soon as they got rid of that yoke, they're like, boom, gone. You know, they were able to breathe new life into that team. They were able to restart, revamp. CJ Stroud, what a talented guy. I mean, kudos for them. Like, good for you, Texas. I'm glad. Like, you earned this.
They did 100%. Let's see, where are we going to go from here? We're going to try and tie all of these in together. Since we're talking about the Lord have mercy, the Texans.
I have a question for everybody. Besides, me and Delilah cannot pick our games. Out of the other games, well, I can't pick because we didn't play. Out of the other games that was there, what was your favorite game in the rest of the playoffs?
I would say, Rams Panthers. I mean, Rams Panthers.
Delilah?
I like the Bills and Jaguars. I thought, again, Jaguars were a laughing stock, and I always like when those teams, right? Who doesn't like a comeback, right? I love that Trevor Lawrence for seasons looked bad, not because of his talent, but because the team was bad. He didn't have Etienne, right, who was injured for a while. And they're gelling now. They got the right leadership. You know, we feel like a broken record, but it matters. It shows in these teams that started awful what it means to pick not just a head coach, but staff that is there for the players to develop them, to pick the talent, the veterans with the young kids, right? And just have a nice mesh and have like someone actually that could put it all together. And we see that now with the Jaguars. Because for a long time, they were the laughing stocks of the AFC, right? And so, like, I like that they had a good run. And they did put up a fight. The Bills did not walk away unscathed. Like, the Jaguars did not give up. Like, they really gave it to them. And they should be proud of that game because everybody assumed, right, the Bills, with understandable, right, with Allen. But that didn't, right? At the end of the day, I think the Jaguars know that it's not their offense. They got to beef up that defense. So what does that mean, right? If they do beef up that defense, how does that shake up the AFC South, right? If they focus on the fact that the offense didn't lose that game, the defense did. So they know, right? They know going into
I mean, honestly,
now, like what they need to do.
Like honestly, if it weren't for that last pick, we would be looking at it. We'd be looking at a different bracket for the.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like the Jaguars put up a good fight. So honestly, if you're a Jaguar fan, like I would be excited about your team.
Oh yeah, wow! I'm actually looking at the box score for the Jaguars, Bills, and the Rams, Panthers, and aside from the score. Aside from the score, the winning team was up going into the half by like a skosh, okay? Like 3 points. Actually, literally 3 points, both games.
Yeah.
And then both teams scored the same amount of points in the second half.
That's what I'm saying.
So both of those games. Yeah, like I didn't get to see much of the only reason I didn't mention the Bills Jaguars because I didn't really get to see much of that game, but I got to see the bulk of the Rams, the bulk of the Rams Panthers game, and every time I looked around, it was like Rams score, Panthers score, Rams score, Panthers score.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So,
same thing for the Panthers, right? They know they gotta beef up defense. I'm just saying it'll be cool next season if they do that. If they do that, right? Because we don't know what ownership does, but we know the pieces they need. You know.
Yeah, so with that Bills win, the Bills move on to face the beloved Broncos of Miss.
Which, if the Jaguars had won that game, we'd be playing the Texans.
Right. Oh, yeah, because that was one of those games. It's like if this team wins, they go here. If this team wins,
I feel like
because the Bills were the lowest seed left over.
Yeah.
That's the reason.
I feel like Texans are a sneaker team. Don't sleep on that team.
We played them earlier this year. It was going to be defense versus defense. Yeah. It's probably going to be a low score. It would be a low scoring game because
I agree
the
with
defenses are very, very good. My favorite game, Green Bay versus Bears. Most boring game for the first 3 quarters, but that fourth quarter, man.
Oh man, it's like feeding frenzy in the Shark Tank.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
19 points you scored in the fourth quarter.
Let me
that
tell
was
you. Let me tell you a 10-second story.
1925.
Listen.
I thought it was 25. Okay, I read 19 somewhere.
So on Saturday, we chose that day because my mom's birthday was on the 6th, which was a Tuesday. So no one really comes out. I took her out for her food because I always make sure, you know.
Yeah.
So over a month ago, this dinner was planned at a nice little restaurant. By the way, if you've never gone to Irasu, Costa Rica restaurant in Bucktown, you should. It's amazing. But anyway, I booked that a while ago. I was like, no, like what? Saturday night? But of course, it's a Chicago restaurant. So we're like, listen, we know it's on Prime. Are you going to have the Bears game? Because everybody's asking. And the establishment was like, yeah, of course. We're going to have the Bears game on. And so I was able to. So that was long before, okay? Can't cancel dinner because the Bears were scheduled on Saturday night. So it was very weird because we're celebrating my mom. We're like, yay, talking. And then we're like, game. And we're like, ah. And then we're like, ah. And then we're like, ah. And it was a very, like,
whoa. Hold on. Time out. Can I hit the rewind button and have you do that again?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what it was. The whole night. Because because we're like, oh my God, we're gonna lose, turn it off. And we're like, hey mom, yay. And we're like, and it was crazy. Okay. Then the magic fourth quarter. And then we're like, oh crap, right? By the way, kudos for Ben for not leaving points off. I mean, except for that fourth, because he's obsessed with that. But he did kick 3 field goals. Thank you for at least getting the 9 points. But anyway, that fourth, he's just obsessed with that. But anyway, but after that, we came back. All of a sudden, we're like, wait a minute, 15. And then we're like, wait, 2-point conversion. And we're like, oh shit, it's a game. And now we're like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of a sudden we're like, Mom, we love you. It's your birthday, but we gotta watch the game. The rest of the dinner, we're like, it was crazy. Crazy night. We're like, okay.
Again, so this is what it's like to watch your team ascend to the playoffs and actually climb the ladder. It's been forever.
Sir, you can't tell that to a Chicago Bears fan, sir. And Tina is the child of Chicago Bears fans. You know how long we've waited, sir?
Oh, dag, you know what? Y'all were in the Super Bowl before.
Yeah.
We were
You
in
won
the
a Super Bowl before they have.
No, we didn't win the Super Bowl. We had, what I'm saying is oh God, what was the year they went 15 and 1?
We cannot hang on to 85, and we cannot hang on to
You won a Super Bowl since 1985. There's that.
And then the one that we did, Peyton Manning was like, shut that shit down. So
yeah. You guys had a chance at the first 5 minutes, and then after that, it was the Peyton Manning show. I remember that one.
So I sat through that. Then I sat through the year that the Green Bay went to the Super Bowl because Jay Cutler went down, and we're like, because I'm sorry, I love Orton, but Kyle Orton was not going to carry us anywhere. So anyway, so yes, our heartbreak is there too, sir. But I hope you know what, now that all the coaches we talked about were fired, I hope somebody gets chosen that makes sense for you. Now that Matty Ice is president of football operations, maybe you get a good coach out of that.
Oh,
anyway.
Listen, I gotta see whatever new coach they get. I gotta see his haircut before they bring him in. If they bring in another scruffy looking dude that looks like he got picked on in 5th period gym class because of his haircut, it's not gonna be good.
They've interviewed pretty much all the coaches except obviously Mike Tomlin because he just resigned today. But I saw the article. They interviewed Stefanowski. I always say his name wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh,
they interviewed Mike McDonald. I always want to call him Mike McDonald, and that's the Doobie Brothers.
I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore.
Well, if he grows his hair out, he'll look like him too, with the glasses and the coat.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not who I meant.
It is Michael McDonald. I mean, that's his name.
Oh, you take it. Hey, you take it. Hey, we can even get further back in the rewind machine. Peg, it will come back to you. Anyway, yeah, wow. Michael Stefanski, McDonald, Springsteen, that guy.
Anyway, your organization did interview all the good coaches. See, they didn't go after the Bryans. They interviewed the ones that they know how to, So we'll see.
Oh man. Let's see. So where are we now? We talked about that one. Wow, we have been all over the place. And Delilah, I got a time hack. I'm going to get a clip of you going, It's almost like, what was the movie? Finding Nemo. And he was like, whoa. And I was like, whoa. And he was like, whoa.
Like, whoa.
Well,
you're so very cute, but I don't understand what you're saying.
Right. So
What's that?
What we were gonna say, you said we were choosing the best exciting games. Tina said Bears, Green Bay. I said Jaguars and Bills, and then we decided to then talk about the divisional round.
Yeah, well, I already threw mine out there. Rams, Panthers. Now I am a little biased because my guy Stetson the Mailman Bennett, I forgot where the kid went to school. Where did he go to school again? I forget. That guy who is backing up another guy who went to, I can't remember what school that guy went to either. They're out there playing, and they both happen to be quarterbacks. But yeah, I'm showing them. Okay, my Georgia bias is showing. Stetson Bennett backing up Matthew Stafford's out there. So I always follow, see how the guys. It amazes me. He's held together with like paper clips and old chewing gum, old Bazooka Joe chewing gum at that. The kind that when it dries out breaks. And he's still out there slinging the ball around like his rookie season. I don't think he ever forgot that separated shoulder. He's like, take that. But that was the game for me. Just watching the two of them go at it, just like the Bears and the Bears and the. I can't say it. It won't come out. The Bears and the team, the team who, them peoples. Yeah, it was just a lot of back and forth. It was really exciting to watch, and I was like, "Yeah, they scored." Crap, they scored. Yeah, they scored. Crap, they scored. That, I don't hate the Panthers, but that's a divisional rival for me too. So I'm like, if we can't go, y'all can't go neither. Oh, crap. I just realized the whole NFC South has been eliminated. Oops. So yeah, that was my game. And that was my 30-second really ADHD synopsis of my exciting game. So what are we talking about now? Where are we going from there? Is that what we're doing? So that leads us to the Broncos take on the Bills January 17th. Denver is favored by 1.5 over the Bills, even though they're playing in Buffalo.
They're a 1.5 below.
Huh?
Everything I see, they're a 1.5 underdogs.
Yeah. They got it right now, 1.5. That one airs on CBS. Tina, your thoughts going into this matchup?
If the defense can keep Josh Allen contained, we can win the game.
I agree.
That's going to be the issue, Josh Allen, because Gabe, what's his name? His main wide receiver is out. He's out for the rest of the season. Yeah. So it's gonna become the Josh Allen show, is what it's going to become, because
he's over 6 feet tall. I think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll realize how big he is.
But I think our defense is much better than it was last year.
I agree.
Getting Hufanga and Greenlaw is going to be back. And I mean, we're the number 1 sack leader in the NFL. We were 2 sacks shy of beating the all-time sack record. So if our defense can keep them going, a lot of people are like, the altitude is not going to be a big deal for Josh because he played in Wyoming. My answer to that is, I don't care if you've played in Wyoming or wherever you've played. Altitude becomes a factor in the every time.
If your muscle cannot get oxygen.
It's not like Ryan Clark's days when he had to sit out because he had sickle cell anymore. They now you don't have to sit out, but altitude is a problem. So if you start seeing people start sucking on the oxygen in the third and the fourth quarter, it's going to become time clock. So, like I said, control Josh Allen. I think we have a good shot in that game. Plus, also, it's a revenge game for us. They knocked us right out in the first round last year. So that's the way it will be. So that's my take on that one.
You should get Shay to go stand on the sidelines and recreate his phone call. Yeah, the National Guard.
National Guard. Yeah, he'd have to call the governor, not the president now, because I don't think Colorado would let the president call the National Guard.
Yep. Okay. Moving right on along. And on the other side of the fence here, the Bears will be traveling to SoFi Stadium to take on.
No, they're traveling to us.
They're gonna play in the tundra.
Really? Why do they have this chart? This chart I'm looking.
You had it right, though. You had it right. Rams travel to Chicago.
Yeah, but on the thing here, it has the Rams is listed as the you know how it is. They got the Rams home team, or
we're
maybe they
the
just have.
number.
You know what it is? It's seeding. They have the top seeded
Yeah.
team on
Right.
top.
We're
I'm
the
used
second
to the bottom.
seed.
I'm used to the bottom team being the home team. But the Rams travel to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. Delilah, what you
Yeah,
got
because
for me on this?
they're the next lowest seed. That's how that goes. And so because they're next, the sixth seed is San Francisco, which is why they have to battle out with Seattle, which that's gonna be a good game. Like I know we're hopping on to us, but that's a division rivalry too. I think
I'm staying and watching that game.
that is gonna be amazing. Seattle 49ers, that's a revenge game. That's a division rivalry from the ages. I know people don't think about NFC West, but that is a big rivalry. So
What
that's
kind of
gonna be a
rivalry is it?
great
Can you
game.
can you make that? Can you make that? Can you make your voice do that thing again? What kind of rivalry is it?
Rivalry.
Anyway, but that's gonna be good game. Excuse me, I'm turning into handy now. But that's gonna be a great game.
Hey now.
So
Did you guys see the weather that day?
Okay. So for us it's gonna be like 18 degrees and snowing. However,
high of 20.
Listen, Matthew Stafford.
I'm sure there's gonna be more than 20 people there. That's gonna be high.
Let me go back to the Rams and Bears game. I just wanted to explain that because San Francisco is 6, because 7 seed got knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 seed has to play the number 1 seed, which is Seattle. So that is why San Francisco has to go to Seattle, which, by the way, that's tough. That's a tough stadium to play, but that's going to be a fun game. I am definitely watching that. That's going to be exciting. Now, because the Bears are the number 2 seed, that means the next lowest seed has to also come to us. So the Rams have to come to Chicago. Now, here's what makes me nervous. We've not faced the Rams this season because this is the way the schedule worked out. We haven't played them. And the NFC West has shown everybody that's a tough-ass division. They thought the NFC North was tough, but honestly, NFC West kicked their butt, okay? Because they got 3 teams in the playoffs right now competing.
Still competing.
That's what I'm saying, to go to the NFC conference, okay? Because we have Seattle, the Niners, and the Rams that we're playing. So 3 teams right now are competing to make it to the NFC conference so they can go to the Super Bowl. So, and then 1 NFC North team, which is us. And so that's what makes me nervous, is because the NFC West is not to be trifled with. That is a tough division.
Unless you're playing the Cardinals.
We've not played the Rams. And so we are not really, we know Matthew Stafford, but not Ben Johnson. We know Matthew Stafford. So again, he's new to him. He's not new to the Midwest. I don't like that whole thing about the weather's in our favor. No, this is a football game. Don't fall back on that bullshit, because Tom Brady did the same shit. Everybody's like, oh, he's in Tampa now. I'm like, he literally played 10 seasons in the Northeast. He is not you know what I mean? And so I knew he was going to beat up on Green Bay, and all the Green Bay fans didn't believe me that time when he got the Super Bowl. I'm like, no, he's going to, you're going to regret this. He knows. And so I do not want my team to rely on the weather, because Matthew Stafford, your Georgia Bulldog, has played us for years. I think people forget. He literally
was. Here's the thing with the weather, and this is the only thing I will say about the weather, is it's a dome team versus a team that plays outdoors. If it's snowing and they're showing that there's a 65% probability that it's going to be snowing that day, it's going to turn into a run game, because you're not going to be able to throw the ball. No. And that's the issue with the Rams, is their run game is not as strong.
Our
as
run game is solid.
And your guys' run game is solid. That's the only thing that I say that the weather could affect the game.
Crossing my fingers, but
I think it's doable, but I also think Matthew Stafford has that 4th quarter kick gear.
He does,
that when he gets down, he hits another gear and starts going.
And he knows us. He knows us. And I think that's the thing that people forget, how long he was a quarterback for the Detroit Lions, and so so he
played
knows
with
the Bears.
Megatron. Come on,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep.
So he knows us. He knows the weather, and so I don't want our team to rely on that. I don't like that. You know what I mean? And so I really want us to practice our run game because I agree with you there. It's strong. That duo between Swift and Monangai, oh my God. Oh, like brilliant. Like they're an amazing duo. Like I want to see more of that. You know what I mean? And so like I do think it's gonna come down to the run game and that our pass game, we know how to intercept, but that's my concern with our defense because we have lost guys. They're hurt. They are not back at top, and we've not been able to stop the rush as well. So I know that's a problem for us on defense. Interception and sacks, like that's not a problem for us, but stopping the run, that has been a big problem for the Bears. So I am concerned by that, and I am hoping that they could double team. So, like they got to stop your guy Puka, and so like I'm nervous. We haven't played them. It's a new, you know what I mean? It's a new team. And so it's not a given. And I'm really hoping that Ben is ready and that we don't rely on weather. I don't want that to be our fallback. Oh, the weather's on our side. No, you're playing a team. You haven't played all season. This is the NFL professional team. You better be ready. Okay. So I'm a little nervous. That's all. NFC West is like 3-1, literally.
Well, let me ask this question. If you guys lose on Saturday, do you consider it, do you think this has been a good season for you guys, or will that loss taint the rest of the season?
No, for me as that, not just as a Bears fan, but as a football-minded person, this is more than we thought was going to happen, okay? We just wanted a winning season, right? Yeah. We didn't even think about playoffs, right? Like, if you saw us all year, me and Nick were like, we don't want to lose the season. We just want a turnaround in the atmosphere, which we got. We don't want to, we want to stay at 500. You know what I mean? Like, we were very practical. And for the most part, Tina knows in the majority, not all, but the majority of Chicago were pretty good with sports. Like, we're pretty like sports minded. There are like outliers, but in general, like most fans understand football. And so like, I feel that even if we lose, this is more than we ever bargained for. And for me, it tells me finally, for the first time in God knows how long, it's not our offense. I cannot remember the last time I could say something like that. Instead, we know we got to fix our secondary. That's a big problem for us. All those guys are a little beat up and they don't come back, right? And we know we got to stop the rush. And so like I know that our focus after this is fixing our defense, right? Getting the pieces there, because for the first time in a long time, our offense is the problem.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
We got one game left. Pats versus Texans.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the Patriots take on the Texans. The Patriots are the home team. Yeah, well, at least everybody will have a good shave because the stadium is playing in.
Texans have a shot, I gotta say.
But the Texans, are looking really good.
That day.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, I mean they should. They're playing in Gillette Stadium, so.
You know what? I'm gonna go for the underdog, the Texans. Not because I don't like what the Patriots are doing. I think the Patriots have been playing crazy good. But I'm going to go with the Houston Texans defense. And I think they have a shot. I think they can actually knock out the Patriots, which would be shocking, but honestly, it'd be kind of cool. No hate on Drake May.
Drake May?
Yeah.
I call him Drake May. Not Drake May. I call him Drake May. If they played like they did last week, and losing Nico doesn't affect their offense, I think they got a really good shot.
Drake May.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm always happy to see the Patriots
I mean, you're
lose.
talking about.
I don't want to
You're
have
talking
the AFC to go through New
about
England.
two
I
of
I've
the
been tired of it
most.
going through the Kansas City. Now I don't want it going
Yeah,
back through.
However, there is a minuscule chance, a small percentage, not it's there. It may not be possible because I do feel like Tina, your team has for me, even if people doubted you, more probability of winning the AFC. But think about the teams that are in the playoffs. The Bears are there and the Patriots are there. And back in '85, that's when we won the Super Bowl.
We need you
Even
guys to win the
Oh,
Super Bowl
wow.
to close the wormhole that the
Right,
2016
that
Cubs
wormhole.
opened
Right,
up.
right, the
Yeah,
wormhole.
I know. I've seen all of those memes.
It's just so funny. But the fact that the possibility is there. It is, right? The possibility
It's
is
also
there.
10 years. This is the 10-year this Super Bowl is the 10-year anniversary of the year we beat Carolina with
So it's like
Peyton Manning.
yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, all of them, all of these games are going to be very interesting to see.
I think so. I'm looking
Y'all
forward
made
to it. Man, it's fun.
y'all
I
made
do think it's going to run through the NFC West. I think Seattle's going to I want the 49ers to win because I like Shanahan and that but
yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be the
Seattle is
Seahawks.
scary.
They're scary, but it's a repeat of the NFC West championship game.
Oh yeah.
And we all know like having teams play teams a couple of weeks later in some playoffs, it depends.
It does.
I mean, everybody thought that because the 49ers had lost as many defensive players as they did, and then they lost George Kittle, and then Ricky Percy wasn't in the thing, but they rolled new people in and beat the Eagles.
I saw a skit. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Tina. I saw I love sending you guys the skits, the bench warmer brands and the Annie Agars. The bench warmer brand put out a skit today, I think it was. It's like, how are you guys still winning with all you guys hurt? It's like every time a player gets hurt, then all of their powers get assimilated into Christian McCaffrey. That's why he's so good this year.
Yeah, I do think having Kittle out is not good.
Yeah, but Tong is really good as a backup tight end.
I mean,
you guys had problems with him, so but again, I think overall, I think Seattle is the stronger team.
That's what I mean.
But
like not
like
for us, but
Houston,
Seattle?
I think 49ers are getting hot at the right time. Is how I see that.
I'm just thinking of what does that mean long term, because we saw it with I don't know why people still call him Mr. Irrelevant, but like he's not. I don't know why that still sticks to him. But I do feel that when it comes to the playoffs, and Seattle will know how to shut down Tonga because you know what I mean? Like, is that whole division thing?
True.
And so not having Kittle for me, I think is not good. That doesn't mean Kyle Shanahan won't be ready. I'm just saying, but that unlike the other NFC West teams, right? Seattle has a ridiculous defense, right? They went back to the 13th man, right? Is not what they were known for when they, back in the day. And so like I feel like they went back to that era, which worked for them. That's literally what people wanted. They went back to that 13th man, and the fact that 49ers have to go there, that's going to be tough. I mean, it's winnable, right? It's 49ers. Kyle Shanahan is a brilliant coach, but I agree with you. I think Seattle is tough.
Yeah. That one will be an interesting game. Yeah. I do. But the thing is I also think Christian McCaffrey is actually getting into another gear right now. And is it because they have to, or is it because he's healthy? So,
will they be able to capitalize on, even though it was not a mistake he often made, but he did make a little mistake at the end there.
Yeah,
With the turnover.
it happens to all of them. And it just happened that in that game, that mistake did not matter. So the question's going to be, I think in that game, both teams are going to have to play a perfect game to come out and win. Because yes, the Seahawks defense is really, really good, but the 49ers defense was really good in that game too, because they held Philadelphia to, it was a low scoring game too. So, I mean, I think that one is good. I think the Super Bowl champ is coming out of that game. That's my personal opinion, but we'll see. I mean, you guys could have another fourth quarter comeback.
I don't know, man. My heart can't take it anymore. But I honestly,
cardiac Bears, baby.
For real, I do like the season of football, though. I do like seeing the shakeup. Honestly, I do like seeing
parody. There's a lot of parody.
So cool. Yeah, it really was a lot of parody.
I don't like pears. They're more bitter than apples.
Parody, but I like I said, even though they didn't make it, I like seeing Carolina in there. Even though Jaguars didn't make it, I like seeing them in the mix. We always look at competition, right? It just makes it more fun. It looks like
it's not the Eagles and the Chiefs every year,
and so it makes it's a nice shakeup, So it'll be fun. I think that the division, round weekend is gonna be good football, regardless of who wins and loses. And I think it really is gonna come down to last possession in all those games. Who's got the ball left? That's it. That's what's gonna come down to. The winner of the game is who has the football last. Literally down to like 20 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's based on what we saw last week. I think that's what we can look forward to.
Pretty much every game except for
Carolina,
Pittsburgh and Houston. And like all those games were by like 3.
Yep. Yeah.
So exciting. Good stuff. Sorry, I almost said a different word.
Hey, you a little late for that. You dropped about 3 or 4 of them. And we don't have a dump button, but it's okay. It's okay. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That looks like wait a minute. All hearts and minds clear. Okay, that's our breakdown on the wild card weekend games to come. Games to come. You know what?
Who are your picks, viewers?
My picks?
Who are you picking? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Who are you picking to win these games? It's been just me and Tina, I feel.
I just let y'all talk because both y'all teams in the playoffs. I don't have my entire division was eliminated. So
you're a football guy. You can still make some predictions.
Well, I picked the Falcons as a pro football team to root for, and you see how that's done for me for the last 55 and a half years.
Stop hedging. Who you got?
What hedging? Ain't nobody hedging. My hedges ain't grown since September. This Oklahoma. The hedges don't. You talk about something else. Let's see. All right. I'm just gonna make this quick. I'm going with the Broncos over the Bills. As good as Josh Allen is, it's just something about this big stage that just, for whatever reason, either something wonky happens or he just has that one play he wish he could have back. And the Broncos are hella good this year. Plus that, I just love watching the Broncos games and hearing the crowd. I can hear it on TV. I can't unhear it now, Tina. I cannot unhear it now. Incomplete. I can't unhear it. Plus that, I wore a visor. I talked like Sean Payton. I'm kind of unofficially a Broncos fan of some sort. Then too, Tina and I were talking today, come to find out that a whole bunch of players from the great state of Georgia helped the Broncos win some Super Bowls, especially one that likes to talk like this, whose brother got in the Hall of Fame this year. We do big things before big thing. We do something before two something. I got a lisp on top of the lisp. Never mind. All right, Patriots, Texans. I'm with you there for reasons that I will not disclose because my psychiatrist says it's not good to hang on to things. I'm going to pick the Texans. Do with that what you will. Seahawks, 49ers. That was going to be Delilah, I'm with you. Last person to the ball has it. Unless you're Cinderella, in which case she's always going to win because she's going to lose the shoe and some dude's going to show up at her house. I realistically speaking, if they go toe to toe, I think the Seahawks are going to take that one. So I'm going with the Seahawks on that one. Now, as much as I love the Rams and Matt Stafford and Lad McConkey, and of course I can't forget who can forget the epic dance. I really have to get the clip of that and put that back in here so we can play that again. Much as I like the Rams, I am going with the Bears on this. This is a type of grit that I have not seen out of the Bears in a long time. I'm loving it, and I would like to see more of it. It almost sounds like a song, doesn't it? I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Something. Not being able to rise above it. Well, you should have used a better scuba tank, sir. You could have got up over the top. But I'm going with the Bears on this one. So that's going to put, for me, I am putting the Seahawks and the Bears in the NFC Championship and the Bronx and the Texans in the AFC Championship. And that's what I got.
Ooh. Tough.
Yeah.
No, I mean, honestly, no matter what way you look at it, if all 8 teams are playing at full capacity,
I'm excited.
Either if you switch the teams around, no matter what combination you put them in, if they're playing at full capacity to the full extent of their capabilities, the conference championships are going to be something to watch. But that's
there we go. And they said it like seven out of the 8 have not won a Super Bowl because your guy from Georgia has one.
Wait a minute, 7 of the 8 what haven't won a Super Bowl?
Quarterbacks. They're saying that right now in the division,
because Matthew Stafford's the only one who's won a Super Bowl.
I thought you were saying teams. I was like, the hell you say the Patriots got a whole bunch of them. One of them, they wanted the expensive overtime win.
Quarterbacks that are left.
Got you. I'm tracking.
7 out of 8 have not won a Super Bowl.
Ooh, that means we could sing that song for Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other.
It's just exciting. It just means that
it's a really neat statistic. So,
which I'm going to tuck away along with Rich Gannon.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I did forget to say about the Broncos and Bills game. You know how we're like 1.5 point underdogs? Yeah. That literally means that Vegas does not know who is going to win this game. If it's a 1.5 points on the spread,
that's exactly what that means. Yeah,
it means you throw the ball in the air. Like, don't even bet on this game because nobody's gonna win. So, okay.
Well, ladies,
lots of good
this
weekend.
Yes, there was a lot of good football this past weekend. Looking forward to more excellent football this coming weekend. If I am not mistaken, it is a holiday weekend at that. So there's going to be a lot of, please be careful if you are going to the games or if you're going somewhere to watch the games to consume your alcohol responsibly. And if you're going to be irresponsible, at least have somebody who's going to be moderately responsible to
call an Uber.
Yeah, to keep an eye on you. Yeah, don't call a self-driving Uber because if you call them getting a self-driving Uber drunk and then wake up and your car is driving itself, and Hasselhoff is not sitting in the passenger seat sleeping, you're gonna freak out. That's an old school reference that who am I kidding? No Gen Zers are watching this, not that I know of. Anyway, so you guys make sure you have a great time. Ladies, you got any thoughts you want to add to this? This is a point where we normally go to a break and come back and add a final thought, but I think we have talked.
All I wanted to say is because we're losing, normally we do one last question, one last word, and because we are going into the MLK weekend, I just want you to just live by his creed, man. Like, think about what he stood for and what he died for, and to really reflect on what that means of this being MLK Days weekend. I know we always like, oh, we get a 3-day weekend. I'm not hating on that as a worker. I understand. But at the same time, that holiday matters. And so just think about it and reflect on his time, who he was as a person, as a human being, what he fought for, who he fought for, why he fought, And so I feel like it's important to just reflect on his life and just think about that going into the holiday weekend as well as football, because I feel like it's important not to forget that Monday is MLK's Day, and we should remember that, and we should reflect on that. We should reflect on who he was and what he meant for the country and all of us, and equity and equality. So just remember that,
Well
guys.
said.
Yep.
Well said. Tina, what you got for us?
Go Broncos. And if there is anybody in Bronco fandom that is in Chicago that does not already know, we will be at Almost Home at 4:30 on Saturday. If you want to come and you want a table, I would show up 2 hours early because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty close to standing room only at this place.
For those of you that have already started drinking in anticipation of the holiday, she said almost home, but not home alone. So don't come running up in the bar yelling, Kevin.
It would, but Almost Home is decorated like it's Home Alone.
Oh,
for
wow.
Christmas.
I just threw that out there being goofy. That's a little creepy. Not creepy. You know what I meant. It's just weird that I said that. And then you know what?
Sign him up for Minority Report.
Who?
You.
Me? Why me? I ain't do nothing.
Recognition. Okay.
Oh, never mind. See, I'm lost again. I'm lost in the sauce. What do I have? What have I got? I really don't have anything, ladies. Listen, for those of you, and we didn't really do a big thing over the holidays. So I'm going to say a big thank you to those of you that have followed and watched and shared the show, especially those of you that tuned in and talked to us live. Shouts out to our guy Ben Cornett again for tuning in and dropping us a comment or two and calling all of us ladies. I would probably be the most intimidating lady in the bar with the great goatee and the very deep voice, but still, I could reach stuff on the top shelf if you wanted me to. Anyway, I'm rambling. Just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it, and the season is not over yet, but just want to say it's been an amazing season, ladies. I've enjoyed working with you all. We've been working in different variations of the team with Nick and his job, and Delilah with yours, and Tina with hers, and me with my no life and no team in the playoffs. So I appreciate you ladies as well. That's it. That's all I've got. If all hearts and minds are clear, we do want to say wow, now Mike Tyson is trying to come out. What do I want to say? What do I want to say? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Yeah, Mike, that's true. That's true. As a fellow person with a list, I just have to say you should have knocked Jake Paul out. You see what the other dude did, didn't you? Why couldn't you have done that? He paid me too much money. Okay, that's enough of that. You guys be good to yourselves, be good to each other. We appreciate you tuning in. We will see you again next week for another edition of Let's Talk Football, the Roundtable, on behalf of my lovely co-hosts, Miss Tina and Miss Delilah. We will see you all again soon. Peace.